Not the writer's block, but the story block. The best way to work on 4 projects at once. Yay, 2 more healthy trees. Hey guys, I'm Kate. Welcome back to my channel. And today's vlog is actually my attempt to share with you my sort of new writing strategy, or like a refocusing of my writing routine. So I've sort of recorded in length my struggle within the past couple of years to take weekends off, but then also to hit my goals. So I'm working a lot, but it's just all been sometimes a little bit of a mess. And since I've been doing all of these I Tried Writing Like, I've actually learned a lot of strategies that I think work for me, so I'm trying to incorporate some of them into my own new routine to really hone into what I like and sort of working with myself instead of against my own like natural preferences. So my new strategy combines the hour work sprints that I stole from Becca, some part of like tracking my progress that I've been wanting to do since the beginning of the year but just hadn't, and includes a whole lot of flexibility. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Also, look at my little stitch sock. Okay, no, really. I'll bring you back to yesterday. Double reward. Okay, so with my first sprint just finished, it's 8:39 a.m. I decided to work on my Camp NaNoWriMo project. I finished all of chapter 4 minus a little bit of naming, though I did during my time lapse have to like Google what to name someone. So that is, if it will focus, 1,311 words, and then I got through half of chapter 5, the first 2 scenes of it, and that's focus 1,490 words. So I'm just gonna add those together and update the Camp NaNoWriMo website real quick, and then I will move on to doing a couple other things like making my bed and getting myself a cappuccino before I actually do my next 1 hour work sprint. NaNoWriMo. That's 2,801. Let's update my progress. Hooray! I'm just above the curve today. I do quite like the new sort of graphs though on the Nano website. Woo! Bring this down. So I have my bed to make. I have some clothes to put up and fold. And then I think I'm gonna make myself a cappuccino. I got myself these little headphones that are wireless, and this is one of the things that like I've now completely spoiled myself because I didn't think this was gonna be a big deal, but I needed some new headphones because usually I just buy really cheap ones and they kept breaking, and I was like, I'm tired. I will finally invest some money into having headphones I don't have to throw away after like a month or 3 weeks of using them. I feel like I can never go back. My runs without the cord getting caught in my hands, whipping around in the wind. So anyways, I'm gonna put on podcast. I'm gonna finish listening to this one by The Creative Pen. Y'all can't hear it, but yay. Now with my coffee and like a slightly cleaner space, it's time to decide what I want to work on next. So part of this in testing like my ideal way to write, I guess, or this new routine, is that basically I'm working on 4 creative projects right now. Is that arguably too much? Sure. But I figured with this kind of thing, if I do 4-hour sprints, like if I do an hour dedicated sprint to each of these projects, then it's really not that big of a deal to have 4. I can still get work done and I can still circle back around to the other projects that are more of my main focus. So like the Camp NaNoWriMo project was the main one I wanted to get done today. I will most likely circle back around to it this afternoon because I'm still trying to rework the beginning. The beginning is eluding me. I say that. I have the beginning. It's that the structure of the beginning isn't quite right. Like I have all of the bullet points that need to be hit. It's just that I don't think I'm hitting them in the right way to be enticing to the reader yet, or not as enticing as I want. Like I want an immediate pull. And then of course I need to reveal the murder pretty early on since it is a murder mystery, but so much of the murder mystery, at least the way that I'm doing this series, is dependent on the main character, so I need you to be attached to the main character. Anyways, I just don't think I have it right, and since I'm at that stage of revision, I really want to get it right, so I just keep reworking it, but I've pushed myself to move on during my hour work sprint. So arguably the best of both worlds. I just wish that I could figure it out but that's not what we're talking about. We're supposed to be talking about my next project that I'm gonna work on. Let me see if I can pull it up. I still have this Social Distance Book Fest pulled up too because I'm gonna get to be on one of the panels, so that's exciting. So we have Murder Mystery Tennessee. The goal's to revise, and I've been kind of recording how I've been doing each day. Then I have Meridian Maps number 3, and I'm doing the 0 draft of that. Then I'm supposed to be working on my 24-hour story, but what's happened, there's one part of the story that's not clicking for me, and the problem with that is that I can't move on with it not clicking, so it's around this hour 10, 11, 12 mark. So the beginning, the first third of the book, I actually think I have down at this point, which is great. But there's just something blocking me. I got the story block, not the writer's block, but the story block for this one. And so I have this goal to be done with this revision this month. But if I can't figure this out, I won't be able to go through all the chapters or all the hours to revise it. So anyways, I'm gonna have an hour sprint for that, but mostly it just ends up me kind of working through it. I might actually do my hour sprint while I'm walking around today and try and talk through the issue and see if I can come up with it that way. So then that leaves me with what I'm gonna work on right now, which is a short story. So I've been contributing like a little amount of words here and there. I was actually only supposed to brainstorm and then just write this second short story, but actually I went a little bit ahead of schedule. So I think the goal's around 5,000 words, probably, maybe 6,000. So I think I'm definitely on track to finish this week or week and a half, whatever, but yay. Let's work on that for this next hour. And of course, drink my coffee, so beautiful. Documents, short stories, get my forest app. All right, and we're back to 60 minutes, plant and start. Double coins, cappuccino down, and I managed 427 words in that hour. I'm actually going to update my spreadsheet because I forgot to do that on the last one too. So 427 for this. It's so funny because I'm noticing a trend as I've been doing this. I got 545, 484, 453, and now 427. So something about this short story, I get around 400 to 500 words every hour that I put into it, which it's just interesting. And then what did I update the NaNoWriMo website with? Yay, 2 more healthy trees. Okay, 2,801 words was today. And I haven't been counting the words that I've done to revise the chapter 1-2 issue. I guess I should, theoretically, as I've been like adding and deleting and redoing the scene completely. I think I'm gonna have like 20 different versions of this. I was saying on my Patreon live stream yesterday, but at a certain point, it's almost not worth counting to me, even though I know it still works. That's the hard part with keeping track of this, which I've actually started doing again in full. Anyways, we are now updated, so I think I'm going to go on a walk and just use that. I'll probably still count it as a 0 in my revision, since I'm counting by hours, so like each scene I revise, but I need this time. Brainstorming needs to happen, and for me, I know I put in the hour a day attempting it. So all right, let's do that. We are going with my cute little koala socks today. So I think the biggest thing is that I need her motivation to have changed a little or be slightly more nuanced, because this is going to be something that needs to be challenged throughout the novel. And right now what I have works for the first third, but not the middle chunk. So I think I just need to I need there to be another problem. That's what the issue is. So while I attempt to cool down, oh my gosh. Also that, so hot. I figured I'd go over the results of the speech to text. I think it did work really well to have it rather than attempting to text myself on the walk, because what happens is that usually when I have to text myself, I just won't do it thinking that I'll remember what genius I thought up, which is not what happens. And it was nice kind of recording that audio while I was walking so you could see how much wind I was kind of dealing with. So I went from this here to down here. And I wasn't talking the whole time. It was literally just when I thought up something that I knew I wouldn't remember exactly. This last part of the first thing says, he's making it obvious he wants to see her for more than a night, and that's how they can beat a sort of cross Romans. I don't even know exactly what I meant there. I got the concept of what I want to change because I had this whole paragraph, but that last bit, no idea what I was trying to say. So if it was important, like if you were doing dialogue and you're like, I've had this stroke of genius, you probably just want to check in on things, but actually it worked really well. I think I'm a fan. Now I do think I'm gonna go and get a shower. All this talk about having a new sort of routine, and what was made clear to me today is that obviously Texas, we're approaching summer and it's just about to get too hot for me to do my midday walk. And then of course the gyms and stuff are closed right now. I think I'm gonna have to start doing my runs really early in the morning before I even get any writing done, which is not necessarily my preferred method because I kind of like to roll out of bed and just start writing, but ultimately it's not like that big of a deal. That's why I kind of like this hour work sprint, making sure I hit each of the 4 main creative stories I want to work on, and then the rest I can kind of fill in. That also allows so much more flexibility to fill in with all the other stuff too, whether it's at the beginning or the end of the day. Yeah, time for a shower. All right, so now what I'm about to do is that rather than time any of my work, I'm gonna work on some miscellaneous things and just whatever else, but yeah, just not a work focus for an hour, but still work and semi-focused for an indeterminate amount of time. Yes, I gotta get some food too, so that's why we're multitasking the work. Also, I'm going to have an old episode of Buffy on in the background. Hulu, Buffy please. It is now 3:52. I put together most of the content for today's video, and by put it together I mean I like uploaded it. I made some additional handwritten notes. I was able to finish the script for my Cooking with Classics. I did film my Cooking with Classics. I got some additional essay work done, and now it is back to my final 1-hour sprint, and I'm going to use this to work on the 3rd book of the Meridian Maps series. Yes. The 3rd. Let's get to filling in some of these scenes. Oh. First though, should pull up my forest app again, huh? Plant! Ah, double coins. All right, I'm now at 687 words. Yay! And so technically, according to this, I stayed focused for 180 minutes today. And now if I go to my Google Doc, 687, I wrote 3,915 words in my creative projects and then brainstormed for that other hour. I think that's really good and kind of goes back to what I was saying in another video, I don't remember which one, where I think I can hit 4,000 words on a good day of work, but it might not necessarily be all in one project. So anyways, yay for that. And now I just want to talk a little bit about how this whole thing has gone. I'm really loving the flexibility of things. Like technically it's 4:56. I'm done for the day. I'm going to be working a little bit more tonight probably on stuff, but it feels like even if I didn't work more tonight, I did what I needed to do. And there's something really nice, I think, in taking it in hour chunks. You know, is this the most efficient way this could be done? Is this the best way to work on 4 projects at once? Probably not for everyone, but I really like it, and I've always liked jumping around to different things, and I think this is a way to keep myself on track while still allowing myself to work the way I would naturally like to. So I feel like I've kind of leveled up and having this be my new routine / strategy. So yeah. And now I don't always hit it, especially in the wake of, you know, this kind of extended period of the isolation and distancing and stuff, but I feel good even when I'm just making sure that I have that dedicated hour. Yeah, please do comment down below. Let me know if your writing routine has changed, or actually let me know if you have a new strategy. How have you been able to like work with yourself, with your own personality in order to kind of move forward and level up for future you? But yeah, this was a really random vlog, I guess. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, and thank you especially to some of my new patrons this month. Denise Burnt, Alvin Fraser, Teresa Potter, Emily McNulty, My Infinite Words, Alexander Waljak, Justine, and Holly. And I will see you all very soon with the new video. Bye! And then see if I can figure this out. Hold please. Let's do that. I'll come back in actual clothes. How do I do this? Ah!